Okay, telling people that electromagnetic frequencies is going to make them sick may not be a popular message. That may be hard for some people to take. What do you do about it? How do you tell people?
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah. So what do you say?
There are people with social media platforms right now that, whether or not you agree or disagree with them, they have this unique ability to stand in the hail and speak and own their truth. The natural inclination is to be quiet. The natural inclination is to keep your head down, to be honest. When you see someone that you love being hurt for yourself, you'll take action. When you see others being hurt by something that is defeatable, something that they don't have to suffer with, at some point you have to be brave enough to deliver an uncomfortable message and stand in the hail.
And how do you do that?
Again, it's been uncomfortable when you're accused of dealing or trading in fear, when you come from faith, when you are accused of wearing a foil hat and being a conspiracy theorist. It hurts.
And what's that message you're trying to get out?
So the message is that 4G, 5G, dirty electricity, electromagnetic fields, they are incredibly damaging to the biological, which is your family. Your family is under attack right
Whether
now,
you want to believe
whether
it or
you
not.
want to believe it or not.
Yeah.
And you hurting me, my feelings, doesn't change the reality.
Right.
And I would love it if it weren't true.
Right.
I would love it if they weren't damaging. If maybe they made you healthier, wouldn't that be convenient?
Right.
I would vote for that.
Right.
That's not the reality.
Right. So that's a hard message, and a lot of people come back to you and say, you just have to move on. And you say, I'll get the next one. I'll get the next one, right? I mean, what can you do?
I've had my feelings really hurt.
I know. I've seen, on some of our YouTube stuff, people come in.
Oh, they're so mean.
Yeah, they're. It's like, I don't know.
What do I have to gain?
Yeah.
What do I have? A company, this company has cost more for years
Yeah.
than it produced.
Right,
the company wasn't started because we wanted to make money. The company started because we didn't have anything to fix it. And our world, our personal lives, in a very real, very personal way, we're being hurt or being harmed. And how do you focus on anything else at that? How do you think about anything else when your child is sick? I challenge you.
Yeah.
You can't. You become obsessed.
You wanted to save your son. And
I had to.
and so it led to a company, it led to all your product line, it led to your ideas, and it led to your advice for how to mitigate without a lot of expense.
For home and family without any expense.
So what you're doing is you're fixing a problem with or without a product you sell.
Correct.
Which is very different from most companies.
Correct.
Very different.
Thank you.
It's all about the damn sales.
It's all about the sales.
No, you're helping people with this information. Turn off your breakers, check your, plug in a meter, see what you got. Clean it up, change
Get the
it.
smart meter off your house.
Right.
Make sure you got the right solar inverter, add a filter.
Right. And then when people are ready to go to the next level, here's a great series of products to fix it all.
When I can't fix it. So let's say I'm blessed enough, I live out on a farm or a rural community. I don't have a smart meter, and I get the EMF protection guide for free. I read it. I go, oh, well, this is a culprit. This is a common cause. This is bad. Turn them off. Jettison them. Get rid of them. Turn the breaker off. Use it sparingly. I don't not use Wi-Fi ever. That's ridiculous. I use it sparingly. I use it consciously. So ideally, you don't have to buy anything because it's like, well, smoking's bad for you. We'll put a filter on it. I say stop smoking. So I can sell you a filter, and that's what we make. Stop smoking first.
Now, you talk about the EMF protection guide.
Yes.
We have something on screen that tells people where to get it on the website or something. Give me a little background on what that thing is. That's packed with...
That was 3 years.
Yeah.
That was 3 years of my, and it's free.
Yeah.
So you have to realize the 3 years
Click
we spent on it
and download.
There was no financial gain in that.
Right. And it was expensive to do.
It was.
Yeah, you had top scientists putting that together.
It was hundreds of thousands of dollars of research, genuinely so.
Roughly, when I read that, when I download it and look at it, what am I finding out?
So there are, number one, in no certain order, I say 1, 2, 3, in no certain order, that they're real, that they're measurable. Here's how you know that they are. Here's how you measure them.
EMI.
And all the e-pollution.
Yeah.
It is really an e-pollution guide.
Right, okay.
It's an EHS, electro hypersensitivity guide, because it's RF frequency.
Right.
And it's RF fields, and it's dirty electricity, and their subsequent radiation, and EMFs, and 4G, and 5G, and LTE, and cell towers, and his dish network, and his cell phone. Turn on your phone. I see his printer, their printer, my printer, your phone, the FBI van. All of these are penetrating us right now. And the closer we are to them, the more cellular damaging they are to us.
Right.
And some of them, again, I can control. But let's say you don't live in the farmhouse. You live in an apartment complex.
Right.
Well, you can turn your stuff off. You can't turn off theirs.
Your neighbor's Wi-Fi, your neighbor's Wi-Fi, your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
You can maybe opt out of a smart meter if you're the homeowner. If you're an apartment dweller or a renter or something, that's not even a thing.
No.
You have no control over that.
No, you can't. You can't.
So there are some times when you've gotten the guide, you've identified the culprits, you've taken the action that you can. Now you simply have to buy something because turning it off is out of your control.
Yeah, you've got to take it to the next level.
You got to take it to the next level.
Yeah, and you've got a guide that if I don't know anything about EMF and I don't know why I'm feeling sick, or maybe I'm not even feeling sick, I don't need the guide, or I don't think I do. If I'm sick and I got a hint that it's the EMFs, I need the products, I need your advice. I don't know if I need the guide because I already know that what's causing my problem. So who needs the guide?
Okay, so realistically, you don't need the guide because you have it. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to, but that's the truth. If you're going to be brave, if you're going to talk about an inconvenient subject matter that people aren't really trying to hear, that is maybe not the best message that you want to deliver, but it's true. The reality is, unfortunately, you don't need the guide. The guide's for fun. The guide's for the obsessed. The guide's for sport.
It's a lot of technical information.
You need the filters. You need to turn stuff off.
Right.
You need to lower your exposure to it. And what exposure you can't personally turn off, you need to shield. You need to filter it. You need to shield it.
Right. Right. So that guide is a genius thing. So if I want to be a genius about EMF, right, I'm going for the guide.
It's very high level.
But
very high level.
But it, you
and can, not all of it is. Let me correct that. Right. So the back of the guide is a lot of frequently asked questions.
Oh, good.
That there's 2 or 3 pages that are very level 1.
Okay.
But we didn't want to just do level 1 because if you do have questions, do we want to send you somewhere else? No, we want it all there. And then it's all cited. There were initially over 350 citations. Yeah. We couldn't even fit it. There was 4 pages of citations that we wanted to say, we didn't say this, they did.
Right.
We didn't invent this, they did. Right. We didn't discover this, they did. And here's who they are.
Yeah.
And so we've got it down to, I think, like 99, because we only wanted a couple pages of citations, but we wanted people to know that they're there.
Yeah.
And online, you can get the one with all of them. It's real.
It's not like there's only one person who knows about the harm of EMF. These are credible agencies.
Yes, and so you've got the ham radio experts, you've got the naval experts, you've got the communications experts, you've got the Wi-Fi experts, you have the audio files.
Right.
I mean, all these different people have arrived at these things from their course of study or their own.
In World War II, they called it radio sickness. They knew about it.
They knew about it.
They knew it's been around.
Nobody wants a cell tower on their house.
As soon as you've got a telecom company who's paying advertising to the media, you've got suppression of all this information. So it was easy to talk. I remember my parents talking about it.
Didn't your mom say don't sit too close to the TV?
Sure.
She was right.
That's it.
She was right.
Yeah, and now we can't talk about it because the telecom industries and what the wireless have
companies in the
censored
world
all that out of our propaganda narratives. Yeah.
So I'm not saying they're sinister. I'll simply say that in order to use your cell phone, buy online, do all that stuff, you need connectivity. So it makes sense that they want you connected. So it makes sense that they don't want people saying
of course
that this is harmful.
Right.
So is it nefarious? I won't go that far. I'll just say it benefits them for you to be connected.
Right.
It doesn't benefit you physically, not biologically.
No,
it harms you.
It harms you.
Period.
No, it's a negative. And so there's a trade-off. And this is the building biologists' problem is they'll go and they'll get called by someone who says, please clean up my house. Oh, you're talking on a cell phone. Oh, don't touch my cell phone. I get it. I want mine too. We're addicted to these things.
We're addicted to these things,
and they're very convenient. So it's hard to let go. But anyway, that's good for now. Let's wrap it up so we can let people go find some information. SaticShield.com. Okay, perfect.
Thank you.